for Herbert, and I call the member for Corangamite.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker, and I'd like to commend the member for Fisher for putting this motion for debate before the Federation Chamber. And I would like to start my contribution, Madam Deputy Speaker, by reflecting on the comments that the member for Herbert made. And she said, "The union battle rages on to keep penalty rates in this country," or words to that effect. Well, what a shame that the union battle and Labor's battle to keep penalty rates doesn't extend to its own sleazy deals. Because what we have exposed as a coalition government across this country are hundreds of thousands of Australians working in shops, mainly in the retail sector, but in many industries, where they are working below the award or without penalty rates as a result of sleazy deals between Labor-backed unions and large employers. And this evidence was put to the Senate in an inquiry on these deals. And as the inquiry exposed this, the members opposite don't like it when we talk about this. As the inquiry exposed, for many years, unions have signed enterprise agreements with large enterprises that include cuts to Sunday penalty rates, and small businesses have been on an uneven playing field relative to large businesses. And I reflect on a terrific column written by Grace Collier in The Australian, "Make ALP Pay for Union Collusion," a former union worker herself who saw the light. And she reflects on this report and cites some of the terrible examples where ordinary Australians have been ripped off by these EBAs, brokered by large employers, and the union movement, where workers have, in many cases, Madam Deputy Speaker, been left completely blind as to what's going on. A bed and breakfast has needed to pay about $10 an hour more than a five-star hotel. So pity those who work in a bed and breakfast. They get dudded by these deals. A takeaway shop has needed to pay about $8 an hour more than KFC, McDonald's or Pizza Hut, especially also as a result of special deals, EBAs, between KFC, McDonald's and Pizza Hut and the union movement. And one of the biggest unions responsible, of course, is the Shoppies Union. A specialty food shop has needed to pay about $5 an hour more than Woolworths or Coles. Now, Labor, as Grace Collier points out, Labor's main defence of these deals is that any losses are offset by a higher base rate of pay, that they meet the better off overall test. But that's actually been totally demolished, and it's also been demolished in the Fair Work Commission in some of these agreements. And it's found that evidence from a number of people who work for large retailers suggests they were worse off, Madam Deputy Speaker. And worse than that, they were not informed either by the company or the union that their agreement included penalty rates that were lower than those provided for in the award. So we have seen absolute hypocrisy from the Labor Party in terms of this so-called battle against keeping penalty rates. They are not prepared to stand up for the many hundreds of thousands of workers who've lost out with these sleazy deals, which we are, of course, trying to combat through our corrupting benefits legislation. Madam Deputy Speaker, if the Labor Party and members opposite were interested in putting all workers on a level playing field, on standing up for all workers, it would back our corrupting benefits bill. But it is not doing that. Of course, there's no greater deal maker than the Leader of the Opposition. When he ran the AWU, his deal with Clean Event, which denied Clean Event workers penalty rates in the value of $4 million, is absolutely notorious. So what we've seen from this opposition, Madam Deputy Speaker, is that the Leader of the Opposition is fine with lower penalty rates when he does it, when his union mates do it, when they do these big sleazy deals with big business, including the likes of Woolworths and Coles and KFC and McDonald's and Pizza Hut, and he only opposes penalty rates modifications when an independent umpire, the Fair Work Commission, makes adjustments. Shame on Labor for its utter hypocrisy. Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker.